Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Testing, testing. Alright, so as far as audio is concerned, we're cooking. Maybe at a low room temp, but we're cooking. Hey, yeah, out here at the literature club, trying to get my learners up. Wait, what? I don't know how to read. Well, you already know what I mean. I can't count, but wait, what? The stream is looking pretty nice, and I'm rocking with it. So I know what you may be thinking. This game is like 3 years old, and to be fair, everybody mouthed off insanely about this game, and I didn't really bother with it at all. Like I said, okay, I'll check it out, but I did the same thing with multiple different shows. I did that the last time I did this, and I instantly regretted it, was with Vinland Saga, which I love Vinland Saga to like the max. So I was like, maybe I've missed out on something with Doki Doki. So I decided to check it out. I do know something's going into it though. Like there are 4 girls, Monica, Sayori, Yuri, or I don't know how to pronounce it. I do know how to pronounce one of their names, and that's Natsuki, which I assume is this one with the pink hair, because I've seen the buff Suki meme, and that's also the only thing I know going into it. That buff Suki is a thing, and I'm wondering when that's going to come into play. That's because I'm probably gonna lose my mind when it does. But why waste time? Oh, by the way, if you don't know, I was going to start this game earlier for the stream, and I had already input my name. And the only reason why I didn't give that option to me earlier was because I had to restart because the stream was all, funky. Hey! I see an annoying girl. Oh, that's supposed to be a girl's voice. One of the only voices I can't do right now. Yay! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, and good friends since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today. But it just kinda works out, because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, EJ. Also, for those of you who don't know, that is my preferred name. Well, people stare at you for acting weird, and I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Bruh, what? Whatever you say, Sayori. Sorry, my watch like beeps every 5 seconds. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled. Is that how you pronounce that word, speckled? With other students making their daily commute. By the way, EJ, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already. Oh, that's me. I should probably look at the name before reading. I told you already. I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. One of our I was about to say many conversations, why I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content on getting by on the average, while spending my free time on games and anime. Yeah! I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a net in a few years because you're not used to being... You're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever. No teachers or students in sight. Actually, I'm just sitting next to the windowsill, like any normal anime MC, staring outside and daydreaming. And it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall. Oh wait, nope, I must be on the opposite end, away from the windowsill. And I'm the opposite of an anime main character. After I pack up my things, I stare, I already said that, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club, If only my school had an anime club, I'm just saying. Hello? Sayori? Sorry I must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. Whoops. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. The Doki. Okay. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. Hold on, I need to blow my nose. Sick boy hours. Sick gang, sick gang. Hello? Oh, fuck. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning to have planned all this out. She's the one person that can figure out that Light Yagami is Kira after just 1 second of interaction. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for the third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glanced around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, EJ, what a nice surprise. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do the voices for all these characters. Welcome to the club. What? There's a vine that I've seen somewhere where it's like, hey, welcome to the club. And I don't remember exactly where it's from, but reading that line just made me think of it. Alright, so I have Purple Girl's voice, or Girl 1. Let's see. Sayori should be more upbeat and bubbly, like this. Girl 1 should be very respectful and elegant, like so. A little bit deeper on the voice. Deeper. There we go. Girl 1. Natsuki, which is the pink-haired one, should be kind of very disrespectful and rude. I guess I can also make it high pitched, but I guess that just wouldn't make much sense, should it? I'll try my best despite being sick. And girl 3 should be more like... Welcome to the club! Welcome to the club! Welcome to the club! A nice intermediate between those. Okay. Dot. Oh, words escape me in this situation. I'm gonna die. Heart attack! This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. I do, but she's kinda short. Poster of buff self. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Get off me! Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature. Did I read that right? I just want to make sure. That's because I'm at like a 5th grade reading level. Mature and timid. Seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika. Is that right? That's right. Ah, you two sound too similar to me. Hold on, let me go to history. Let me open this bad boy up. And it sounds like you already know Monika, right? That's right. That's right. That's right. There we go. That's right. It's great to see you again, EJ. Monika smiles sweetly. Ah, why do you guys look so similar from that angle? Ooh. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked. But we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, EJ. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. Well, for one, I appreciate the fact there's actually writing on the walls, and two, why is there a lone chair in the closet over there? And what table? They all look exactly the same. I'll get the cupcakes. What? Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry. I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Okay, I can picture that. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray. Where did I get paper from? It's my mind playing tricks on me. and Yuri opens the closet. It's already open. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches towards the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! What's that, babe? Natsuki's all full of herself in this like screen cap. Sayori's just either confused or shocked, and Monika's just like, okay. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. What? The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika. I follow. It's delicious. Don't talk with food in your mouth unless you wolfed it down that fast. Sayori talks with her mouth full. Okay, and has already managed to get icing off her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Why is that, like, so far the realest part of this entire visual novel? Just like, when it comes down to desserts, like cake and cupcakes especially, you look for the best angle to bite, like it matters, as long as it's not top or bottom. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is so sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Jesus. Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori said... Well, maybe. Oh, Jesus. But not for, you, dummy. Alright. Why don't you just leave me alone? I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Maybe I should take the voices in a more funny manner. Maybe I'll do that later. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry. The teachers gave us permission. What teachers? Hello? Miss, oh shoot, I'm not gonna put my teacher on blast like that. Hello? After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Boobs. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. No, she's looking right at me. Okay, now she is. I meant that, Monika, you royal son. You royal cunt. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime of mine, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Screaming, hands curled, digging into the ground, begging for Sayori to let me go, as I started to constantly go back between trying to get stuck in the ground and biting my leg off so that I could escape. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. Well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. Unlike me, you know, I love democracy. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Okay, I didn't see a nod, but I was waiting. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club, especially about something like literature. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Again, especially about something like literature. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. But I guess it can be pretty lit, fam. Ahahaha. I'll just off myself right now. Yep. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. Sounds like, that could go for anything. Someone who works on the corner, someone who works to, please other people visually, some people that are trying to be up-and-coming YouTubers, hello? But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. What? Oh, Jesus. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. Natsuki's been gone for a while. Oh, there she is. You know it! Can I bring my voice any higher? That's because Sayori sounds so much like either Natsuki or Monica no matter how hard I try. You know it! Yeah! You know it! Oh, Jesus. Such different girls, all interested in the same girl. Wait, what? All interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though, I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, EJ, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, have you heard of doujins before? Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. What, she's about to roast me for liking manga? Not much of a reader, I guess? Well, that can change. Boobs. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Oh, I forgot to read that. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. I think that's what that says. My favorites are usually novels that build up deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep philosophical elements, or psychological elements, usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped at something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Hey, Dwayne Johnson is a hot man to talk to. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh? Why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say That Out Loud! And give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is as cute as you are. Sayori. Oh, I thought that said saddles. I was like, what? Sayori settles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. What? I can never understand when people say I guess sometimes. Even when I do, I'm like, wait, how does that make sense? You guess sometimes? You can say sometimes I guess. But I guess English isn't everyone's first language sometimes. What? But why do you care? Subtle nose blow. I hope you all enjoyed that. Well, I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Okay. I'm liking this so far, so I'm gonna turn it into a series. That's a guarantee. So, here's what I'm thinking. I'll do it in an everyday format. Actually, no. How I'm gonna do this is, I'm going to upload this. An hour of Doki Doki Literature Club. Then from there, I'm going to... After each episode of Doki Doki, I'm going to go over to... Think. I'm going to go over to, just regular... or some regular document writer. Like Google Doc, Word, Microsoft Word, Notes, and I'm going to work on a poem, and I'm going to explain the meaning behind it. That's going to be after every single episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. I actually like that idea. Okay. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe you should share some of your work. You can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Am I supposed to make a noise there or just go off to their faces? I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Question mark? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. They're kind of looking at me and not Monika, but whatever. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Excuse you? Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. Sickness isn't cool. That way, everyone is even, as opposed to odd. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, EJ? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining a club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club! Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at and, I lose my train of thought. Oh, all their faces. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry. I thought... Oh, Lord. EJ... You all... I'm defenseless against all these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, If writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Wait. They all did that at once. Yes! I'm so happy! Wait a minute. I'm so happy! Oh. I know I said, like, happy. That sounds weird. Never again, I promise. I'm sorry, guys. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! Not in front of everyone else. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Wow, watch your mouth. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks. I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting, so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. EJ, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey EJ, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? Oh, good lord. I just noticed how long your neck is. Jesus. That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore, cause she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure. Oh, Jesus. I can't do this. I'm dying. I can't do this. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the classroom and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day at school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I was about to say circumcision, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. If not, then I can always just go up to the wheel. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Starting with a poem. Your turn to show 'em. Pick words that you think your favorite club member will like. While you're writing into the night, something good might happen. Whoever likes your poem the most. With whoever likes your poem the most. What? Okay. Got Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri. You already know that I'm empty. Say nah, I like Inferno. Say nah, I like being uncontrollable. Yeah. Wrath is a part of my emotions. I'm a pretty bumpy guy. You already know that I have my head up in the sky. I be thinking of clouds. And I be getting around. What? Not like that. I'm wholesome. You already know them. Time to show them. Yeah. I like puppies. Okay, I see where this is going. I'm alone. Aw, Sayori. It's like candy. What? I am defined by my memories. Oh lord. Contamination. Sometimes I feel hopeless. Oh my lord. Poof! I don't know if that's a feeling. I just, you know, wanted to put poof. Jump Up Superstar is one of my favorite songs of all time. I love how this is supposed to be like write these for your club members, but I'm just writing based off of my personality. But I grow from defeat. I like cats. I like kitty cats. I love my chalky milk. I'm a pretty joyful person. Anime. Oh yeah. I cry a lot. Games. Shiny. Hope. Fun. Hi again, EJ. That's to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. Why that sounds so creepy, Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least can't keep my word. Unlike my brother J.E., who always goes back on his word. Well, I'm back at the literature club, surprisingly. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, CJ. Oh, good lord, I forgot to check the name before I read. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manica. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Sit down. Don't worry, guys. EJ always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. So he's basically my slave. How dependable. Luckily, the Emancipation Proclamation didn't pass during this time and age. Excuse me, what? Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. To be honest, that's just real. There are so many times I'm like checking my friends' stories on like Instagram and Snapchat, and their room's just a mess, and I'm like, boy, clean that. Oh. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? That's not funny. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and EJ can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Oh, Jesus. Now when I cough, my head starts to hurt. What is this? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Oh, I can't see your eyes. It must be serious. Sayori made it sound like a big deal, when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Superman away! Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. A surprise to be sure, but to welcome. It'll make me happy no matter what. Bruh. Okay, there we go. Is that so? Yeah. I wouldn't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here, as I reach behind my back to pull out a Glock. You better start reading now. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? It makes me want to smash. I want to smash. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Yeah. I enthusiastically snatched the book from her hands and read the book, while all the while making eye contact with her. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this. Like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down in the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening to Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. EJ, I know you're asleep, but I also know that your, nose is getting a little bit stuffy. Yeah, you goofball. Have a tissue. Thanks, Sayori and Monica. The things I do for literature, and I was not going to say women. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, And after they come, we can do something. We can do the thing to speak to the creative minds. Do the thing. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. Surprising, even though I thought that her brain was 95% air. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Why was that so hard for me to read? What? I know what that word means, and I know what that word is. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is, then. It's treason, then. These prequel memes are too easy to sink in. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all. Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I ended up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Oh! I tried to pretend to fall out of my bed, but then I accidentally actually fell out as well as my legs are dangling off. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? If so, I'd like to join. You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? Don't throw me under the bus like that. Jesus. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulders to see if Monica overheard. It's true though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. Oh, Jesus. That's why I love you, Mom. Take your kids out, parents. Take your kids out to Chuck E. Cheese. Chances are they'll thank you. Thanks, Mom. Thank you, Mom. Chucky and me are homies from back in the day. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself. Patrick, your genius is showing. Where? How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. Your hair's so nappy. My hair's just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar here. Try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because I don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. Pout face. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Yeah. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh Lord, oh Jesus. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking of how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Oh, that was my line. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Weird. Don't make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Excuse you? Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Okay. Sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer button up like that. But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew. That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? That don't make sense, but sure, I guess. What kind of logic is that exactly? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. I don't know. In the name of best friendship, people let their significant others do a lot of crazy things with their best friends. Especially if they're... Hold on, let me stop throwing shade. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Sayori's a Visco girl, I can tell. She is a Visco girl to the T. Stop saying all these embarrassing things, please. I didn't say anything embarrassing, did I? Jeez. Well, anyways, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier, please. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. My nose. So much cough that's building up. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning and sleep in my room, in my bed, cuddling me. Huh? You're doing it again, Sayori. Aw, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Alright, time to blow my nose. Okay, everyone. Cavalry's here. And Monica suddenly calls out. Oh, Jesus, that was a long yawn. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! EJ, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I can't wait to read my poem too. I don't know what I wrote about, but it must be something cool. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. Trot. I believe that meant to say thought away. She thoughts away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that... Oh, that's not me. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica... Oh, wait, I read that right. Enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. You can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Atsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? I have to get better so I can voice act properly and enjoy this game as much as possible without being on that bull. I'll share with Sayori since she's my best friend. And it's so friendly. What those bars sound weird from my mouth. Before this goes down south, let me click. And be sure to click that like button. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. Oh my goodness! This is so good, EJ. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a EJ poem, excuse me. And that makes it feel super extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Imagine being able to feel feelings, which is why they're called feelings. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. I can't wait to smell that later. Get a good whiff. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy that you wrote one. Wait, what? That was very hard for me to read. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of a club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, EJ. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? When did you say that? Try new things like this for other people? That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my moxie yet. Motive. Oh, what is wrong with me? Do my eyes not work because of the fact that I'm sick? Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry. I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. You miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. Make me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to whisk away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Click outside the poem area to continue. Oh, Jesus. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still try my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, Thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. The next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Natsuki. ... question mark? Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. Well, excuse me, princess. Oh my lord. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't invoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Sigh. 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 I hate reading sighs. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. What? Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. What? Hey, with this music. Oh my lord. It feels like even the game is like slowly trashing out that city. Aww. But it's so... The poem is good. Oh, I should probably try to like understand the context behind all these. I guess it's speaking to how all these creatures have a different purpose or use in life, and that could speak to people. And the final part, which is that people can try, is saying that while maybe we can't do things to such a great degree, we can still try to do things to the best of our abilities. Which is what I'm doing right now. I'm putting up this live stream after, trying to record this to the best of my abilities. In which case, I get where I'm coming from. But that's about it line, I don't get where that's coming from. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't... Oh. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well... Because... Everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like this punch coming for your face. Wait, what? Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. No, I picked it up on day one. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Should I read it to next? Or, show my poem to next. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh! Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. Bruh. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Beep boop. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face into her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I didn't really notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is both that style and the expressiveness are weakened. Unsure he finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different styles and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not to mention not just finding them, but building them. What the I can read. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Alright, let's see what's in this bad boy, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghosts under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. This must be the one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Is that it? Oh, that face music. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you so a long time to read. That was a long time? I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, EJ. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember, that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than just tell a simple story, or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Yep. Unable to let go of her past, being transparent and see-through, not recognizable. All the while wanting to be recognized. Oh, I didn't see it in that light, but sure. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. You royal Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. There's only one person left. Unless there's someone else I'm missing. Anyone? Anyone? No? Okay. Monica. Hi, EJ. Oh, my lord. Why that sounds so disturbing. Having a good time so far? So far? Having a good time so far? That's how I'm gonna speak in Monica's voice. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I'll have to. And I'll see her response next time. So I want to thank you all so much for coming by, even though this is a live stream and no one's watching right now. But it's been a lot of fun so far, and I hope to continue this for a long time and see if there's anything else that like Team Salvato is working on. Well, with all that being said, time to end this bad boy.